Welcome to Chrissy-O's Clucky Chronicles, where this is the Crazy Clucking channel. All us feathered brain folks is just here doing what we do every day. And I just had a little girl back there, Lori. She just laid me a really pretty egg. Now there's 2 eggs back there. She did not lay 2 eggs. She just laid the 1. So maybe you caught that. If not, here it is again. Lori, that was a fabulous job. Thank you for demonstrating your egg laying abilities. I do appreciate that. I know it takes a lot out of you. And I know that you like to lay eggs on top of other girls' eggs. So look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's a little blue egg and then a little brown egg. You did such a good job, Lori. Look at you. Did such a good job. Good girl. Alright, rest up a little bit. Labor's hard work.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a whatever it is day kind of day. We're going to be checking out some things, looking at some stuff. Hopefully we'll be getting to working on that rooster pad a little bit. But I'm going to take you along on this wild feathered ride today. See where it goes. Hope y'all stay tuned in. This is the old chicken coop here, and we're just working on fitting some of this marine plyboard over the back of it. And we're going to have one of my kids is out there in the yard getting the roosters to crow. But anyway, it's heavy. We took the dolly out here. You remember this from our first videos when we got it. When we first put the videos up, I don't know, about a year or 2 ago, whatever, I lose track of time and years. They're actually 2 separate coops. This right here was a coop by itself, and this over here was a coop by itself. The middle part we installed because it had an egg box on it. So now you can see it, right? So there was the coop. This middle part we added, and then there was another coop. And what we're going to do is obviously put this board on the back of here, because I'm all about reusing, recycling, getting all of our material saved. And we're going to put this whole entire coop, and it's going to lay flat on the ground for the roosters and the rooster bachelor pad, just because, as I said in a previous video, when you're dealing with certain breeds of roosters, there's certain breeds that I can work with, certain ones I can't. And I have 3 gamecock rooster species. They're Carolyn's a gamecock, and his children are a mix, but they're all very angry. Apparently their DNA got mad about something, and they're angry roosters. No matter what you do, or how nice you are, or how respectful you are to these particular roosters, they are just they're mean. So we're going to remedy that. I'm going to take you guys around, and we're going to show you what we're going to do with this coop. And we're going to go hopefully start working on the fencing today. But we're getting there, and it's starting to look pretty good. Alright, so now we've taken it from a big, tall, giant coop with a run underneath it to closing off the back with the marine plyboard. And here's what we got. And some extra stuff that came out of it. So we cleaned all that out. So now the roos are going to have, this is the coop. It will sit directly onto the ground, and there's plenty enough in here for plenty of roos as I need for the bachelor pad. So yay. Now we're getting ready to pick this bad boy up, and we're going to move it into the rooster bachelor pad, and then we will start fencing. Well, I did not film the move of this thing because it was so heavy. It just was terrible. But we got it in here, So it goes into the rooster bachelor pad. We've got some areas that we need to reinforce. We'll put some reinforcement there. And we're going to put the bedding and stuff in there once we get all that rolling. And this is the start of the rooster bachelor pad. So there you go. We're going to start with some fence in here in just a little bit. But man, that thing was stupid heavy. I'll never move that again. And I can say never for this time, because this will never happen. The next time it'll be scraps and we'll use it for something else. But at least we've got it where it needs to be. And the roosters are like, what's happening? But ain't happening for all the roosters, just a few. Alright, so we have the wire down here. What we did was we take that wire, we pull it all the way across the top and down on the other side. We zip tie the bottom parts first across the bottom, and we kind of take that overlapping wire, we just overlap it across the bar a little bit, and that way when we pull, we can pull it all the way up. It doesn't sag, right? So it'll be tight when we zip tie it all the way across, and when we get it to this end, we'll start pulling all the way down to the bottom before we cut. Kind of like how we showed you how we did this with Dale's and the babies, because this was originally the original rooster pad, bachelor pad, but when Dale decided to go broody and I couldn't break her broodiness, she hatched 3 eggs. So now we have 3 babies over here. And now we're working on the rooster bachelor pad back here. And then this will also help me to get all these things in place and get all this stuff cleaned up. So we'll be able to knock this out, hopefully get the roosters over, and have them in their new little habitat for tonight. And then I won't have to worry about going on to the big chicken yard with mean, bitey, kicky roos. So the boys are doing a fabulous job as always. Now I'm going to get back to helping them. Don't you just hate it when you put the camera down and you're like, what the heck is happening here? We're still cleaning and doing a lot of stuff. I know it doesn't look like we are, but we are. We're chipping away at it bit by bit, little by little. So here we are. We've got to finish the tarp. We didn't get to finish the tarp last night, but the tarp is up there and we got to stretch it across. As you can see, right back here where the board and everything is enclosed, they can still get back there a little bit, which I don't like. So I think we're going to move this and do what we need to do. Anyway, so here is Carolyn and his 3 children. So I have Carolyn's the one that, you know, he kicks holes in everybody. And then that's Denise, his other son. That's Heather. And then this is Charlie. So they're very angry. They were born with an angry gene. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it kind of is what it is. Well, look at that. A stick just fell down. There's nothing you can do about it. This is just how this particular type of breed and angry gene pool is. And there's nothing you can do. Nobody wants them. And I'm not processing them in any shape or form. But if somebody were to want them for free range, they can certainly have them. I'll give them away. But for right now, the best option and the most humane that I could come up with was to build this large, or purchase, and we built it, this large enclosure, which is a large yard, plenty of room for 4 roos, daddy and brothers, to get along with. And they don't really kick each other and fight. They're fine. It's just us and everybody else. But they have their old nesting boxes that they used to have, and what we've added is their water barrel here, which is completely full of water. I think it's a 20 gallon, 30 gallon, I don't know. Anyway, it holds a lot of water. And then we have over here in the back their feed bucket. Their not as angry as they were when we first put them in last night. But finally, we checked in on them. They settled down. Things are okay. And they have actually, if you look around here on this area, you can see that they can get in. There's plenty of ways that they can get in and out with the nesting material, with the box. And they can stay plenty cool. And then they also have sunshine out here as well. So, they will not be fathering any babies, which I'm excited about because I don't want to pass on the angry gene. And they can see their family members back there butted up to the large chicken yard. And then the ducks are just not affected. They don't even care. And I'm glad because now I get to walk into the chicken yard and not get attacked and have holes beat into my legs from spurs. And they can live in peace and bachelorhood. Yeah, okay. Well, you are. You're going to live in peace and bachelorhood unless somebody decides that they want you for their farm and whatever they want. So there you go. Sometimes you have to weed these things out, y'all. It is what it is. And they're happy and they're fed and they're good. So there you go. So let's take a look at everybody. This is Lynn. He's trying to offer me with some hay, and I don't want any right now at this particular time. But he is enjoying all of the quiet out here. Nana Rue's enjoying all the quiet. The girls seem a little bit happier, a little bit more at peace and at ease. Nana Rue's actually able to go rest and sit over there, and you probably noticed the blue coat over here on his little wings because he had gotten kicked and hurt so bad by the angry roos that I had to treat him, and he's in molt, so he's not got his pretty feathers back. The girls are just calmer. They know that they're not going to be chased, and it probably will help with the picking issue that the roosters were picking on them so hard. And I've got a little girl back here. This is Bug, and she doesn't have a saddle because I'm out of saddle, so I've got to order a saddle for her. But when I put the conditioner and the things on their skin and the hen healer, this should start allowing them to feather back in, like Catherine there and Ricky. So my ones that are so sad and picked on, like this one, it's just so sad. But their feathers are coming back in. And now that Sir Screams a Lot and Sir Kicks a Lot with his Kick a Lot crew is over here in their pen, my babies will be able to rest, which is what I wanted. Thank you, Lynn, for that. But it's what I wanted. I wanted my girls to rest, and I wanted them to be able to have peace in their little chicken life and not have to worry about, am I going to get chased? Am I going to get my feathers pulled out? You know. And Lynn's been able to say, hey, I'm the real security guard here. He's been kicked, you know, silly by them. So, kind of is what it is. And if they continue to pull at the fence and pull at the gate, I can extend a tarp over here just to cut off their view so they're not being tormented by looking at girls and not being able to jiggle girls. You know, I will definitely do that if that becomes a problem. But for right now, they're going to live out the rest of their eternity in life over here unless somebody wants them. And here we have Carolyn, who is the angriest one of all. And I think he may be a little happier with his sons over here because he hasn't really run up at me, which is good. And they have plenty of food, plenty of scratch grains, plenty of snackies and mealworms. We don't leave them out. So that's where we are. I seeded that grass pad yesterday. We've got the log in front of it. So it's kind of funny. They jump up there on the logs and they're kind of staring out like, oh my gosh, there's grass seeds out there and I can't eat it, so let me just stare at it and whine about it. Wow, I got that in double, like complete duo there. My ducks are doing wonderful. They're doing so good. Got to clean their pool out again. But I mean, this is life. I mean, this is what happens when you're on a chicken yard, when you're on a farm, backyard, even as pets. Some pets get along well, some don't. And you have to be able, for the betterment of your flock and yourself and your family, because I mean, these are our chicken family, right? They're like my little children. You have to be able to do what's right for them, and they needed a break. And my roosters that are so calm, like Nanaroo, Lynn, and Bobby, was the right choice over here, because they really do take care of the girls. They're so aggressive and beating up on the girls all the time, it was just no point. And I couldn't do it anymore. And you got to do what you got to do. Safety first. So peaceful and quiet out here on the chicken yard now that we don't have Sir Kix-a-Lot and his other children. So we have Bobby, who's a rooster. We have Lynn, who's our security guard, and we have Nanaroo, who is just the best rooster on the planet, known to man. Yeah, and he happens to be mine. But everybody's calmer out here. Everybody's happy. They're not being chased and picked and prodded on by roosters with attitude. So exactly, Nanaroo. I can't complain about that either. Anyway, my roos are going to live happily ever after in their rooster bachelor pad, unless somebody decides they want them for their farm to free range or have babies with. People like that sort of thing, and they're welcome to them. But for right now, they're gonna live out the rest of their lives in peace and harmony together, and not populating my yard with chickens or future roosters with a angry gene. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to go to ChrissyOShow.com to read the blogs on Mondays. I have DIYs up there on the website. We have merchandise out there on the website. There's just a lot of stuff that's going on. And right now the plan is at the end of September we will start the very fun, educational, informative, random podcast. It's going to be a bunch of chicken yard fun, talking about chickens, ducks, quails, gander, all types of animals. I've got a lot of farm friends that are going to be joining me in future episodes. I'm excited about that. And if you're really interested and maybe you want to start your own backyard, homestead, farmstead, maybe you want to start a farm, who better to talk to than us, right? So I appreciate y'all. Thanks for everything that you do. Thank you for sticking with us through all of these blogs and vlogs and things. And anyway, I hope y'all have a fabulous day.